I remember that.
This is RWBY.
RWBY.
Feels like it's been a while. It's because they skipped a week.
Yep, been 2 weeks.
Yeah, so this is episode 6, or volume 6, chapter 9. 3, 2, 1, and play. Oh yeah, they start with an ad.
But first,
I was about to say, like, holy shit.
Holy shit, there's aircrafts. There's miasma.
they have Metal Gears.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing.
Metal Gears and Chrome Hounds.
Yeah, man. I was about to say, like, holy shit, what happened in that?
What happened? Oh shit, they have the Space Stone.
But it was just an ad.
Oh yeah, it seems you might be major lost in what's going on. I apologize ahead of time.
It's alright, I'm always lost.
I'm so sorry.
All right, quick recap. They had a big fight over a lamp. The lamp has a genie in it that only tells the truth, so you ask it questions. Oscar is possessed by Ozpin, Oscar being the short little Mexican boy. Ozpin is a reincarnating version of himself from many, many years ago when the gods still walked the earth. The gods got into a fight over Cinder. Well, because of Cinder, the gods left the earth, blew up the moon on their way out. That's why the moon is as it is.
Well, fuck.
Cinder is immortal and indestructible until she learns her lesson to stop being a cunt.
We're referring to Salem over there. I forgot
Salem.
the name.
Not Cinder, Salem. That's old Salem before she turned wicked.
Yeah. She had a thing for Ozpin right here.
Yeah.
And then Ozpin was tasked the big thing of stopping Salem because she was pretty much going to wreck humanity.
Yeah. So Salem is a cunt. The gods said so and cursed her with immortality. They brought Ozpin back to pretty much talk no jutsu her and to stop being a cunt.
Okay.
And that's where we are. Oh, also, Jean and his team found out that Oscar
is a lying bitch.
Yeah, found out that Ozpin is a lying piece of shit, and now they're mad at him. Oscar ran away. Now they're looking for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
I hate being kept in the dark like this.
Yeah, Cinder was a pain, but at least she kept us filled in.
Also, Emerald has become best bad girl.
You're gonna.
Why did you come with us?
Because he's Spider-Man.
Cinder and I found you.
No, he's Sasuke.
Why are you asking?
Just answer the question.
Just made sense.
Yeah. It made sense.
All my life, my father trained me to be a killer, an assassin.
But why? Where's more?
Moments after I killed him, you two showed up looking for someone with my exact skills. Just felt like it was meant to be.
That's it?
Hey, what's your problem?
I mean, there has to be something you want from this, right?
Asking the real questions.
Salem's promised us everything. We win this thing for her, we'll be top dogs in her new world. What more do you want?
Fair enough.
Brines.
Cinder was the only family I ever had. She cared about me, taught me things. But without her here,
That's some weak pussy shit,
I don't
Emerald.
know if what we're doing.
Keep let's go. Boobies.
Cinder doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about either of us.
No way!
Talking about.
You're in denial. And if you're gonna start having a crisis of identity or some crap, get me out of it. I'm sorry you didn't have a mommy that loved you.
Oh!
I had a father who hated me.
Why is he being so ruthless?
He never went easy on me. Every day of training was a beating. And when I unlocked my semblance, he stole it with his.
Wait, what?
Christ,
That's fucked.
this makes you weak. He told me I could have it back when I was strong.
Did you ever get it back?
I got strong, but I never got it back. I've had to
That's
work
fucked up.
harder than anyone to get where I am. You may not like it here without Cinder, but I think I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Look who's lurking.
Oh yes, the world is mean, and I'm a big bad man now. now just like the others. How long have you been standing there? All you ever learned was pain and violence, and now you're too afraid to leave it. Such a tragedy. You don't know me.
You don't know my story?
And wrecked.
I know, right? If I was your dad, I would have taken your semblance again.
I want to tell you both a little secret.
You're not a snake. Stop talking like that.
What? What you want from this? Children, please. If you're not loving what you're doing, then you're in the wrong field.
So what? Are you saying we should just leave?
Yes.
Oh, no. Don't do that. Then what did you come here for? To say farewell. There's been a change in plans. Her Grace must act swiftly if we are to prevail. If General Ironwood comes to his senses and calls upon aid from Vacuo, all may be lost for us. So the good doctor and I are being sent to Atlas to prepare.
Oh.
Prepare for what?
Tyrion! It's time.
Nice shirt. Oh, thanks. It's really nice.
What makes you happy, children? Please, I'm begging you.
Give me some mixed signals here.
He wants them to leave. He wants them to leave so he can kill them. He can't kill them if they work for Salem, because Salem will not allow it.
Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't pick that up. He's so weird.
This is all my fault.
I told him I was best boy, and he couldn't handle it.
Was it about the mission? It's
On that John's sister right there.
Okay, I was about to say, what the fuck is that?
She's gay and has a lovely wife and
Nice.
a son.
What?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. We just got some new information, and it's going to be a lot harder than we thought.
I mean, if it
She's also not in the know of everything,
important, right?
so they're just kind of giving her mixed stuff.
Yeah, they're just crashing at her place.
Yeah.
Eating her food, breaking her plates.
Get
Yeah.
your licenses at Haven and come back to Argus. There's a lot of good you can do here. I know your mission.
Okay, I thought she said girls. You can do it here.
I
I was like, what?
It's like, ooh, well,
It's not that simple.
What do you want? It's not that simple.
what do you want?
I should go pick up Adrian from daycare.
What do you want?
I'll let Tara know what's happened and we'll meet you later. Good luck.
At least she's not prying into this.
Okay, why is her shirt a wannabe leotard?
Hey over there. Why don't we get something to warm up?
I'm okay. You two go on ahead.
Okay, real talk? It's snowing, yeah?
Ja?
There's a lot of people not in winter clothing.
Maybe they
Like
just
that lady that walked by in a skirt, and that lady that walked by in a skirt, and Nora who's wearing a skirt.
Well, I can't say anything about Nora, but maybe everyone else is just used to it.
And that old lady that was wearing a skirt.
It doesn't look like it snowed, but it's not snowy.
It's not.
The fact that the snow isn't melted is still saying, hey,
It's cold.
It's cold as balls out here. That lady who's wearing a skirt.
They got thighs of steel. Don't feel a thing.
Steel gets cold easy, though.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
What the fuck? Why would you do this to him? Why?
Is this where she's from?
The fuck y'all from? Who were you sent by again? Well, read it. Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe she was could be a birthplace or just like a place that knows her very well.
Why would they do this to him?
Weiss?
Beautiful, isn't it?
Who dat?
It's her sister.
Oh.
Why here?
She trained here. Sanctum Academy. Everyone was crushed when she chose Beacon over Haven. No No one wanted to see her go, but it was where
I think that's still the same voice actor.
I'm just glad she was surrounded by such amazing people.
Definitely relative though.
She should be standing here.
She is.
See?
God damn it.
It's like, yo, a asshole.
She understood that she had a responsibility to try. I don't think she would regret her choice, because a huntress would understand that there really wasn't a choice to make. And a huntress is what she always wanted to be.
Why does the face look weird in the
Kira
statue?
never got the chance to graduate,
Hmm.
but she was a huntress.
Don't.
Thank you.
John?
I can see it.
This thing kind of sounds like Flaw.
It does look kind of weird, but I think that's just the whole metallic and the 3D effect. So technically, John is wearing metal on him.
That's hurt.
I'm sorry. I've been a
What if
terrible
the statue explodes?
and a terrible
I
friend.
fucked up.
John. This has to stop.
We heard what you said to Cinder at Haven. You're not being fair to yourself. We love you just like we loved Pyrrha. We're teammates. Family.
We don't want to lose you too. I think she knew she wasn't going to win. That she might not come out alive. But she also knew she was the only one that could try. So she did.
Maybe we should too.
Yeah, we should.
Pyrrha may not be by our side anymore. But we can fight.
Why am I just now noticing her eyeshadow?
And in a way,
Mhm.
she will be.
Maybe it was
Coffee?
just- maybe it was recently added?
Come on.
Look, that face looks so weird.
Thank you.
Stop.
It's because faces are hard to make.
Just stop with the feels.
You're an asshole, Pyrrha. Why you send a leaf after him?
I've never seen him this bad.
Yeah.
Fucking crow.
Let's get him up.
Why am I on the stairs?
Probably because no one's home, Uncle Crow. We've been out looking for Oscar.
Oscar.
Who the fuck's Oscar?
Looks the child.
I'm sure this looks great. The neighbors.
No luck?
No. You?
Don't worry. We aren't going to Atlas without him.
We?
Sorry we won't be staying.
No, you're not. How about we get out of the cold?
Oh, I was wondering when you'd get back.
New costume? Holy shit!
Damn! Girl broke laws of physics right there.
Finally got a new costume.
Are you okay? What are you wearing?
Is something cooking?
Oh, yeah, I thought maybe you guys would appreciate a hot meal after spending all day looking for me, apparently.
It's my fault we were all out there in the first place. Oscar, I am so sorry for earlier. I was way out of line, and what I
We
said-
can
No,
both be
it's okay.
best boy. And I
Together.
realize that now.
These past few days, I've been scared of the same things you were. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be
Me.
but I did some thinking, and I do know that I want to do everything I can to help with whatever time I have left.
Good. This team isn't the same without you, Oscar.
Dog, you known him for like a month.
The casserole!
We're on it, Chef.
Mind souffle!
Combat gear looks good.
Looks like we got the team back solidified again.
Now.
I don't want to get in the way of your celebration.
You've been gone all day. Just sit with us.
Look, Ruby, I'm glad you kids worked out whatever all that was. But the fact is, we're not a single step closer to Atlas.
Actually, I think I have an idea.
Oh.
But it's sort of a no going back kind of idea.
Oh.
Storm the castle?
Let's hear it.
Hell yeah, let's see it.
With Cordo on watch, only Atlas airships have the clearance to leave for Solitas. So, we steal an Atlas airship.
That's
Shut up, you dick.
breaking the law. That's definitely worse. How would we even get onto the airfield?
That part I haven't quite figured out yet. But I was...
Okay, stop. Just stop.
Oh, he didn't like that.
Look, if this thing goes south, it's not something we can just fight our way out of. This is the Atlas military we're talking about. For your sake, just drop this.
No. Say it, because I know you are.
I want to hear him out.
Ruby.
I want to hear him out. I know you're trying to protect us, that you're afraid we can't do it, but right now, I don't really care what you think.
Goddamn.
You don't have an idea doesn't mean we're out of options. Oz hasn't been here to tell us what to do, but we still managed to get this far anyway.
True.
We've been in bad situations.
Get how far? You walked to Argus.
Tell us what to do. We just did it our way.
And look at where that got you.
And I
Nowhere.
say we do it our way.
Progress 0%.
And if you think you can keep up with us kids, we'd be happy to have you.
So does the tiny grandma have no eyeballs?
Nope. They got cut out of her face. She had gray eyes and people didn't like it.
What? That's fucked up.
Yep.
So that she has robot eyes?
Yee.
Yeah. Yeah, we did forget to talk
Let's
about that.
see. Who played her sister? Yep.
Nice one. Red hair woman, Jen Brown.
Who voiced Pyrrha? Not Jen Brown?
Not Jen Brown. Where is Pyrrha?
She's dead.
Oh no! Oh, sorry. I thought you were
Bruh.
talking about Nora. I was like,
no.
"Where's Nora?"
Samantha
Pyrrha.
Nora.
There it is. Samantha Ireland.
That's his name? Nora Valkyrie?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's a fucking warrior.
Well, I mean, they kind of
She
follow.
is Thora.
Thora.
They follow a lot of what's the word?
Puns and
Yep.
play on words.
Pyrrha was Jen Brown.
So it is her sister. Nice.
Yeah. I read that bit about Stinger and I thought it said tip instead of top. I was like, so I could have sworn like Tyrion's barbed tail was a lot longer, even though he got cut. I guess they just replaced it entirely.
All right. I
All
guess
right.
it's time for me to do my breakdown.
So-
Will you?
Yeah,
start the
we'll
discussion?
we'll talk about it. So with this chapter, it was dealing a lot more with dialogue amongst the cast on what was it, Emerald's and Mercury's side, what they wanted to do, and it kind of brought a lot. This entire episode actually just kind of brought more, I guess, shed more light on just how everyone's feeling about what they are doing at that time moment, specifically about Mercury and a little bit of Emerald. I think Emerald right now is just kind of self-evaluating herself and also just questioning the judgment of Mercury. But because of how Mercury's past is, where he was trained to kill, what was worse is that the fact that he doesn't have a semblance. And I guess his dad had the ability to steal semblances, a la All for One.
I was about to say his dad's all for one.
And then he killed him. Never got his powers back.
Because he killed him.
So his powers right now is just he has like prosthetic legs that have guns to them.
Yep.
It's kind of cool. It just sucks. I feel so bad for you, Spider-Man. And also Sasuke. Got no eyes. You got no web shooters. Spidey sense.
Why you got calculators?
Because I've always felt that the RWBY episodes have been lacking show, and so I have a running total of how much show is actually the show.
It's quite an impressive feat. It reminds me of when I was watching ReZero, and I was part of that fan base there, and someone was doing all the calculations of how much show is being made. There were times.
So how you come up with this man?
It's just average times and just like going into the full episode length and just like cutting off the intro and into the show and just averaging them out each time. Yeah, it's quite a bit, but Gabe's enjoying that, so it just adds a little bit more factual stuff.
Why does this look and feel like it was made in an easy bake oven?
It could have been.
It could have been. In any case, I like this episode because it dealt with just some things that were just kind of left in the air, like how did Nora and Ren feel about Pyrrha? Because I think a lot of that was kind of like coded over. The assumption is that they really just felt bad about it, but now that we get to see them...
Feels bad, man.
Feels bad, man. But now they... I don't know, it feels like there's a lot more just like open, especially with us viewers, that maybe
so
they...
fluffy.
Maybe they will...
Steven, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We got him.
But I don't know. I just like this episode. There's times where we want more action, and they kind of did some action with just like some basic hand to hand with Emerald and Mercury. I almost forget his name again, but most of it was just kind of talking, and I was actually okay with it being that, because with Team RWBY they found another roadblock, and even though it doesn't quite explain like how Oscar left and then came back.
I told you.
Well, why he came back?
I told you last time that he probably just went out to the store and they blew the whole deal out of proportion.
Oh.
And what happened? He went to the store and everyone blew it out of proportion.
I see. At least he got some new threads, so that's fine. Paying homage to like his old outfit. I think he still wears like maybe the shirt underneath.
Yeah, it's underneath.
Yeah. Although I still kind of feel bad for Oscar, because I think at some point they'll still need to like talk to Ozpin, but Ozpin just dipped out. And the whole thing was like, I don't know how much I have like left to live. And I was like, Jesus Christ, Oscar, why you gotta say it like that?
Right.
And the whole thing with just like Jean seeing that statue of Pyrrha, everyone admired her there because she trained at some academy. But the whole thing with maybe a close relative or maybe even a stranger. No, it was, actually no, it's got to be a relative.
It's a relative. That is her sister.
Yeah.
That is her older sister talking about, oh, I miss her.
Mm-hmm.
I missed her too.
Mm-hmm. It's just like the whole topic about Pyrrha, because they touched on like her after she like died a couple of times.
Yes.
I think the more notable one was the first episode or second episode of Volume 4, where Ruby wakes up hearing like Pyrrha's voice, but it turns out to be like John Trinning with Pyrrha's like recording in the background, and he just practices his swings. And he's just like, ah! And now this one's like, ah!
Man, I'm like, ah!
I don't know how I feel about that. You get all feelsies every time they bring it up again.
Do you feel, ah?
They're gonna bring it up and I'll be like, ah! So there's gonna be talking some smack about Pyrrha again. I'll be like, oh! I do like when they do talk a little bit more about like, it just kind of builds their character each time. I guess that's all I gotta really say. It's just I appreciate this episode for.
Think people complain that they talk too much?
Maybe. I wouldn't put it past other people to say that.
Like in Bass, they complain that like too much dialogue.
There was a case in Volume 5 where what was it?
The creators got all pissed off. Like,
yeah. Oh, shit. I'll probably be the same way too. But there was a part in Volume 5 where Yang's mom, she's the leader of a tribe, and then Cinder and her henchmen came over there, and we were expecting a big old fight, but it turned out to be like an unnecessarily long interrogation / negotiation of joining forces temporarily. Because like the episode before that built so much tension because they were about to beat the shit out of this bodyguard guarding the entire tribe. So it was just like, what happened?
So you're expecting a fight, and I know it's just
exactly
dialogue.
That was the issue with Volume 5, was that it built up expectations for fights, and then most of them were pretty underwhelming, just either cutting away from it or they were just talking.
So it's like, blah, 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 blah. And a few more,
more,
I want more and more
Pierre, you shut your face.
Pierre, you shut your damn dirty whole mouth.
that was the issue. Sorry for people who have to like listen to that. But Volume 6 is much more of a grounded like approach as far as transitioning to the next big event. Because I think aside from like what happened in a couple episodes, which was the whole
like a balance of
right,
not just one or blah 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 blah, because you know,
yeah,
one or the other of too much is boring.
Yes, quite actually, it makes a really valid point, but it's also
like, just nothing but fights boring, nothing but dialogue boring. In between, you know,
you have to find the balance, and I think they've been doing a pretty solid job like in this volume because they had to fight like Grim on a train, the very first sequence, and then they had like a whole bunch of drama the following episode, some backstory the following episode, and then more action like between like two sides. So I think they're doing a pretty good job balancing that out naturally.
I can actually imagine like an anime just screaming fighting a lot, and then
I think a lot. I think you're looking at Black Clover that does a lot of action. So like it's back to back to back. There's hardly any type of like resting, but it makes those episodes a lot more valuable for people to watch.
Yeah, that is true. They have a little bit of dialogue and a lot of fighting.
Mm-hmm. That's why I've noticed like watching it recently.
But there are parts where I'm like, you know, why the bad guys keep on talking? Like they can just easily just.
Yeah, there needs to be. You have to uphold like the expectation like of a character.
Wait. Like they want to have a conversation. Like they're not. They don't have those bad guys that you know that doesn't fuck around and just you know does his business and kills them. No, they wait, they fight, they wait a little bit, they fight, they wait a little bit. I'm like, bro, just you're fucking powerful. Just kill him. Just take it over with.
For some reason, that reminds me of a Dragon Ball Z episode.
It's like,
episode.
Just get it over with. Like, just kill them. What are you waiting for? Why are you talking to them? You don't need to talk to them. They don't need no shit.
Yeah, that was a bit of an issue with Volume 5, but I think, again, they've really remedied all that so far. I think this is either 12 or 14 episodes, so we have 5 more after this, so...
But that's the usual bad guy, though. You get them talking.
Yeah. I would predict that at the end of this volume, they'll be at Atlas. And that's when the big baddies will show up, and they'll try to take raid on that, while the military tries to go full defensive on that. But right now, we're in the middle of them, like, I guess they're going to steal a ship.
They're going to try to steal a ship.
I would steal a ship.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, all negotiations are off.
It's not guaranteed. They're going to try. So there's a chance they're failing.
So... Also, I do like how Ruby's taking more charge. She needed this to become more relevant as a main protagonist, aside from her eyes. Because I felt like she was lacking that, especially in Volume 5.
She seems less, what's the word?
Preppy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheerful.
She's
cheerful.
Yeah, because she's now...
She's becoming more and more angry.
More angry. That's one way. I think she's becoming more assertive.
Like Crow? She's becoming Crow?
Crow is assertive, or I don't know. He's
lazy assertive.
He's kind of passive right now because he learned the whole thing about Ozpin. He now feels like he's been used, and so even though he wants to still fulfill the rest of his mission here, he's just kind of like, what am I really doing this for now? He does no motive behind himself. It's all for
so he has no motivation, basically.
Yeah, that's why you see him now. He's drinking a lot more, like a lot more.
What? Crow drink?
What? No.
What? I thought it was soda.
God damn it!
What?
Steven, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I was being sarcastic, you dick.
No. The fact that it was just coming out of nowhere, that was great. I appreciate that. What time is it? Well, I guess that's pretty much it. Gabe, how did you, first of all, how do you feel? And second of all, what's the status that we got?
Oh man, I liked this episode. It didn't have a lot going for it, but the bits that they talked about, it does flesh out the characters a bit more. We saw Pyrrha's sister.
Okay.
Talk about her. Jean is getting his closure on the whole deal because this dude had it balled up for so very long. Mm-hmm. And I think that talking to his sister like really puts the final nail in the coffin into him letting go and moving on. Okay. Because someone that knew him in a way that he never could is saying, no, she did exactly what she wanted, the way that she wanted to do it. And you can't really fault that. And then everyone's just kind of back together. Jean has his motivation back. RWBY is finding herself more and more as the leader of the group as everything else around her is falling apart. So her finding herself as a leader and earning the name of the show, it's good. I want to see the Storm the Castle episode. It seems exciting. Who knows what'll happen?
Alrighty.
They're gonna storm the castle.
They about castle will be stormed.
As for the totals,
okay.
We had a 15-minute and 22-second runtime. That is 82.69% show to fucking length.
This episode.
Yeah, and then it's about 1.12% more runtime.
Okay.
I changed it from, instead of it being a more percentage of show, just how much more show there is.
Oh, okay. Then last time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like before, all my percentages were like, oh, it had this much more percentage of show. Now I'm just like, how much of the runtime is show? So instead of it being like a low percentage, this would have been about 80 to 82. That is not a lot. That is like 0.25% ish. But things are different now, and I like it.
Nice. All right, perfect. In that case, I think we can end the discussions there.
No, you can't. You can't ever.
What, we just like film for like 15 more hours? Yeah. And we're just still talking about RWBY. I know at some point we're going to have like a bunch of tangents. And we'll circle back to RWBY somehow.
Like, oh yeah, we were talking about Day.
Yeah, that's good for the...
All right. Yeah. Okay, then we'll end it here. So thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you guys in the next one. #bye everyone. Oh, and you can just stop.